Yo guys, and welcome back to this new video here on the channel. And on today's video I will be discussing the Bitcoin price action, where we have been yesterday forming this bullish divergence, resulting in, of course, the price is moving up very significantly. But right now we are once again creating another bearish divergence. We are forming a lower high here on the price action and still a higher high on the RSI, giving us a signal of a hidden bearish divergence, what could be leading towards a massive rejection. This and of course much more are the things that we're going to discuss as well. Maybe a potential pattern that we could be looking at of a symmetrical triangle, and as well I will be discussing the things that we are currently still seeing on the daily candles, and I will be discussing the levels that I want to be seeing a breakthrough of in order to flip bullish here. So guys, if this sounds interesting for you, make sure to right away smash up that like button. Let's go once again for 450 likes on this video, and let me know as well if you want to be seeing another Ethereum update after this video as well here. So with this out of the way, guys, let's go right away into the video, and let's start off with discussing, of course, the trade that I closed yesterday. So yeah, we were in a short position, like you guys already know here, but unfortunately we were increasing in valuation once again here, and that was of course resulting in, of course, hitting my stop loss. And I already announced earlier on that my stop loss was in profit and that I was trying to ride this trade without any risk here. So that is exactly what I did, and I still made a very good approximately $1,000 in profit. But right now I want to be looking, of course, for the next opportunity here to crush the market for sure. And right now there are definitely some things that we should be paying attention towards, what are of course extremely important to look at right now. So first of all, the most important things to look at right now is the divergence here on the chart, and the current divergence is of course here that we're forming a lower high in the price action and a higher high on the RSI. This of course a hidden bearish divergence. This is a typical structure and a typical scenario and indication that we are probably going to see once again a reversal. I hate to break it, but of course yesterday I could have been bullish over here since seeing the hidden bullish divergence playing out over there. Unfortunately, I was not paying attention and I was asleep because it was literally midnight for me. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that I was not awake by then here. But right now I want to be looking for the next opportunity here, and I still made some good profits on my trade, however. So right now what could be playing out here, if we're going to see a correction from this point that we're right now trading on, is going to be completely horrible here. Since of course if we're extending this line here further on, you can see that we are creating a beautiful upper sloping support line, and this could be maybe resulting in a left shoulder, a head, and a potential right shoulder. So for sure, a thing that I don't want to be seeing here is a correction right now from off this point of the hidden bullish bearish divergence, since a hidden bearish divergence is for sure usually an indication that we're going to correct. And if we're really going to see a correction, I would first of all like to see, of course, this orange box providing massive amounts of support. And if we can't do that, I will be for sure looking at this supportive line over here. And if we're going to touch that level over there, we could be most likely look at a massive move towards the downside, back towards the 42,000 US dollars, since that will be a price target of the head and shoulders. But right now, once again, I will be not saying that we're seeing a head and shoulders, since we have been of course only increasing ever since, and I will be definitely not saying that we are going to correct from here on until we're going to see a correction. But I do think right now, if we're zooming into the lower time frames here, of course, you can see yesterday we broke the downtrend here on the 30-minute time frame. Since breaking the downtrend, we started to move up once again in a new uptrend. Right now, the 30-minute is getting a little bit overextended as well. On the MACD right now, it looks to be that we're forming a lower high. So what I personally expect is at least sideways action, or ever so slightly a move towards the downside, maybe back towards the 45.8k or so. Not a lot of volatility right now in the market, since right now we are of course getting a little bit overextended on the RSI and the MACD. Usually if you're seeing this bearish divergence playing out here, like you can see we're currently on the MACD, it tends to result in, of course, the price action to go sideways. So personally, I won't be expecting another major bump here, since if we're going to see another major bump, it's going to be making a Bitcoin even more overextended on these lower time frames. So that is pretty interesting to see, of course. As well, if we're going to go back here, you can see that if we're going to look to the 4 hourly candles, that we are currently having some kind of a new pattern in creation. So you can zoom in towards it, the 1 hourly candles. If you're connecting these wicks here, you can see that we're creating a clear upward sloping support line. You can of course draw this upward support line from different point of views. Of course, you can be for sure drawing it differently. But right now, I would like to connect the wicks here, and if I'm connecting the wicks, it looks to be that we're maybe in some kind of a consolidation, and that we are for sure running into some resistance. Since if we're looking to the wicks here, we have been setting a high lower high, and right now this could be potentially once again a lower high here. So make sure that you are not running out of your shoes here, and make sure that you are being realistic and that you're definitely not going to get crushed over here, since you want to be getting pretty careful, since we have been seeing a massive decreasement, and this was also resulting in a massive decreasement on the RSI. And right now, if we're looking at a trend line here on the RSI, we know that we are currently forming a downtrend on the RSI. What is of course going to probably be pretty important to pay attention towards, since a downtrend on the RSI could be still resulting in Bitcoin, of course, see some minor rejections in the price action, and maybe see some more consolidation in this symmetrical triangle. And for me, I definitely want to be looking for my next trade right now, but for sure, I will be only opening trades once I'm seeing a good opportunity and once I have a clear view where I could be opening it, of course. And right now, I want to be careful, and I will be waiting, because I would be loving to see some more significance playing out on this specific symmetrical triangle. And if we're once again going to see the lower side getting reached here, it is very likely to see a supportive bounce from there on. And as well, since we are right now, of course, clearly in an uptrend, it is very likely to assume to see this breakout as well towards the upside. So yeah, I'm looking forward towards it. And if we're maybe going to see a breakout out of this specific pattern, and once again saying this, we are in a very young stages of this pattern, so we have to be waiting to see the consolidation. But this could be for sure, push Bitcoin up towards the 50K range, and that could be, of course, a massive, massive bullish signal that we are about to get created over there if we're going to see that. So pretty interesting, of course, to have that over there. Right now as well, I want to be going over the daily candles here, but before going into the daily candles, guys, make sure to hit that follow button here on my Twitter page at RoverCRC. If you're going to hit that follow button over there, you're going to stay up to date about all the market developments. Like you can see over here already, I was already notifying you guys about the hidden bearish divergence. I was already as well notifying that I closed my short at a 5% profit over there. And I was saying yesterday about what I was expecting with the trade here. So guys, make sure to hit that follow button here at RoverCRC. We are getting close towards 10,000 followers, so it will be amazing if we can reach that anytime soon here. And as well, for all the people that are interested here as well in the trading signals that we are taking on this channel. And of course, yesterday we opened the trade here. If you're interested in joining our next trade here, you want to be definitely following the Twitter page as well. Sign up right now with the link in the description here to, of course, sign up with Bybit. And if you're signing up right now with Bybit, you will be getting a $1,680 deposit bonus, and you could be taking and you could be joining us with the next trade altogether. And of course, there will be another competition coming up right now anytime soon here. And as well, in the end of the month here, end of August, I've already announced it previously, we are going to do a challenge. I will be doing $50,000 towards 100K. I will be trying to get a 100% trade in approximately 2 weeks, and you could be joining me as well. And I will be taking all my trades on Bybit. So if you're going to as well sign up with Bybit, you will be having the exact same digits, since if you're trading on Binance or so, the digits will be probably a little bit different here. So that is the thing that I was about to say here, and you can be finding the links, of course, for sure in the description. So let me move further on towards it, and let me discuss, of course, as well the daily candles. So the daily candles, even though we have been seeing a very significant increasement, have not been looking more healthy than yesterday. They're still looking pretty worse, to be very honest. You can still see that, of course, the daily is forming a bearish divergence here on the MACD. So that is, of course, a very clear signal of a trend reversal. As well, if we're looking to the RSI, we are still seeing clearly that we're forming a bearish divergence over here, and that we are most likely going to even create more bearish divergence along the way up here. So if we're going to maybe close this daily candle around the 47K, even breaking through the 0.5 of the Fibonacci, we are even going to continue with creating more bearish divergences. But we know that we could be ignoring these bearish divergences pretty many times here before we really start to move down here, since Bitcoin usually is ignoring the bearish signals and just moves further up here. But yeah, it's definitely a thing that you should be paying attention towards, since it is not looking like a healthy uptrend right now anymore, on the daily candles at least. So I will still be very careful right now with my long positions. I will be probably open not a lot of trades around these stages right now, since it is too risky for me to accumulate right now. And I always want to be trying to get the lowest amount of risk here. So guys, this wasn't already it for today's video. Make sure that you are going to smash up that like button here if you want to be seeing another update later today about Ethereum probably. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll check you guys in the next one. Peace out.